What's up, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting, and today we are checking out the Motherload. Motherload Prospecting, $50 bag. We're going to crack this baby open and see what's what. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
Shed in the back, old dreams in the dark. Dig Daddy's out there with a fire in his heart. Pay dirt on the table, sifting through the night. Glitter in his eyes, everything feels right. Hand in the water, fingers in the mud. Buckets full of promise, gold in the blood. Gear on the bench, tools of a trade. Hustling through the silence, riches to be made. Dig Daddy digging deep into the vein.
And I'm back. I warned you. It was just an intro. But now it's the real deal. Like I said, we got a bag right here. It got sent to me via the old USPS Ground Advantage in this here little box. We crack this box open, and what do we see? We see some paper. A little vial, so if we find any gold, we'll have somewhere to put it. Here, put it in right there so you can focus. Freaking the camera out, trying to figure out why it can't see me right. A bag of dirt. GOA Mine, paydirt, Cosgrove Creek Diggings, Calveras County, California. Yeah, looks about right. I mean, I've dug out there before, and that looks like the dirt from that place. So, and then the last thing we got is an invoice or packing slip. So what we bought, I'll go ahead and put the description up so we can all check it out together. Once I find my mouse, there we go. All right. Cost me $50, $5 shipping. And then he included a what was gold when the bag was packed. All right. That's cool. That's very cool, actually. And that's the number I'm going to use for the calculation at the end. So save me a little bit of stuff. But all right. So, because of gold's recent price volatility, we're offering fixed price pay dirt bags with a guarantee of 110% ROI recovery based on the AmpMex Kitco spot price of gold at the time of purchase, and that's why we have that included. You can add double gold, rich California pay dirt mined by the, I apologize if I mess this up, the Velios family in California, Sierra Nevada Motherload. Check out our prospecting and mining videos on our YouTube, and I'll leave a link to their YouTube in the description of this video. This batch is from our GOA mine in Calveras County, California, which sits on the main tributary of Calveras River. Contains a mix of gold from tertiary gravels and quartz pockets in the schist and red clay. The material is raw with fine sands, a bit of clay, and various rocks including quartz, greenstone, jasper, slate, schist, hematite, and agates. Most of the gold you will find are good-sized flakes, dark and rich in color from the old tertiary channels, and some nice pickers and small to medium nuggets. There is also a brighter gold from quartz schist pockets. The panning difficulty, medium to hard, depending on your skill level, of course, with the fine cleanup. It's fairly easy to get the big stuff, the majority of the gold. However, there is also a measurable amount of ultrafine gold, sub 40 mesh and smaller, that floats on the water and sticks to everything. We float the bulk of the clay off for you. That's cool. Dropping out the fines, and you'll be surprised how much you can recover if you keep panning your tailings. Black sands are minimal and mostly consist of rough magnetic hematite and submagnetite. Don't let that fool you. The fine gold is there. It's just not easy to pan. Bag size is about a pound. You know what? This is a long description. I think we read the most important part, so we'll get going. If you want to go check out the website and the page with all of the information, I'll leave a link down below, of course, as I would. But I want to get onto some dirt. So, what are we looking at? We're looking at a bag of dirt. He says it's about a pound. Feels about right, man. I'm not even going to bother weighing it because I'm happy with how much gold is in this bag. It's good, or dirt is in this bag. I hope I'm happy with how much gold is in it. But this is what we got. It's a gold bag. You can kind of see through a little bit. There are some QR codes on there if you need to scan it if you don't already know where his stuff's at. And a reminder, Motherload Prospecting LLC, ever since the time of... Actually, that's established in, but I've always liked the EST ever since the time of 2024. There you go. How many you can fit in this baby? Let's get digging. All right, let's move over to the bench. Let's take a look at the dirt. And then we'll decide how we're gonna tackle this, if we're gonna, classify it all down or what we're gonna do. So, come on. Hey y'all, welcome back. Dig Daddy here at the bench. We got some dirt and let's check it out. So we know the dirt there is kind of dirty. This bag is zipped and sealed, so we had to rip it open and zip it open. And that's what we got. Some big chunky chunks, little chunky chunks. So I think first things first, we're gonna run this through the quarter to get the big stuff out of the way, and then we'll take a look at what we have after that. I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up so you guys don't fall asleep. Put on some tunes and enjoy. Bling.
Dust on my boots, name on the clay. Old maps folded, edges stained with rain. Scotched in my fingers, red clay on my hands. Chasing old rivers, buried under sand. Motherload, I feel you pull under this Calavera sun. Every shovel, every stone, I hear you calling.
All right, welcome back. We got everything all separated up. Here's the dirt. This is what we got. We got some 10s, a decent amount of stuff in there, and I already saw a big flake that got caught up in the 10s, so I'm excited to find that. I saw some flakes here in the 20. It's always good when you see the stuff as you're classifying it. It just reassures you that you're going to find your gold, man. That's freaking awesome. But this is what we got. The 10 barely goes up to that first lip. The 20 goes a little bit above that first lip. The 40, first lip. And then the sub 40, we probably got the most of this material of all. And it just goes right up to that first lip as well. The 1/4 inch stuff I already tossed out. That was just a little handful of nothing. Just bigger versions of all this stuff. And this is what we're after. So, I'm going to get this dirt all wet. And we're going to find us some gold. So let's head over to the sluice and find it. Let's get it.
One by one, from the go-away mine, through the river, through the time of the low. You make a poor man brave when the paydirt shines like a tidal wave. Fine sand running through the rusty pan. Flakes start flashing like they understand. From the hidden channels, through the broken rock, little yellow answers to a lifetime's knocking. Motherload, I feel you pull under this Calavera
All right, we're back. We're done running the dirt. I'm letting it flow for just a moment or two, clearing out a little bit more of the rock so I don't have to pan it out here. But it's looking good so far. I definitely saw some gold as I was cleaning it up. Maybe let's hit it with the magnet real quick. See if we can get off any excess magnetics. I don't run the magnet anywhere above the flap. I don't expect there to be any gold down here really, and if it is, it's going to be dropped into one of the pockets, so I'm happy to just pull out any magnetics that stay behind. Not really much there, so this should be pretty easy to go through, I'm thinking. Alright, let's kill the sluice. I don't want to deprive you guys of the moment, so let's go check it out together. And there we go. Definitely some nice gold in there. How much you can see, there's a bunch of shadows everywhere, but there we go. Now we're focused in. So some nice pieces, boom, 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 boom. Big pieces, and then a lot of little bitties in there as well. There's another little chunk. So some more gold up there. All right. Well, let's get to it. Let's clean this up.
Hand in the river, heart in the ground. Every quiet whisper with a roaring sound. Motherload, I feel you pour under this Calavera sun. Every shovel, every stone, I hear you calling one by one. From the go-away mine, through the river, through the time, Motherload, you make a poor man stay when the paydirt shines, and it takes your breath clears that breath away.
All right, we got this gold all cleaned up, and here we are. There's your gold, baby. Nice chunky pieces up here, and then I don't even know if you can see. I'm sure you can see them. I can see them. Bunch of fine flowery gold mixed in there. Whole bunch of it. I'm sure there's still some over here as well. Maybe not. Maybe I did a really good job. Woo, look at me. Nothing in the tailings. Like it. All right, well, I'm going to get this all suckered up so we can get it all dried up and then weighed out. Be right back. Bam. All right, welcome back. Motherload Prospectors, $50 bag. We got gold. Mine are bobbing the ass or hanging by because they want to check it out too. All right, let's get all teared out. Zeros. All right, let's see what we found. .366 of a gram of gold. 366. All right, lock it in. Boom. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. So I'll take a few pictures of this so you can get an up close and personal with it. And then we'll be right back with my final words and ROI. All right, welcome back. So, what can I say? Motherload Prospecting. Um, Not too bad. The dirt, we'll talk about the dirt first as we do. The dirt, there was a good amount of dirt in there. It was about a pound or so. The spread of it was all even throughout all the classifications, all the standard classifications, so there wasn't any overwhelming amount of anything. And overall, it was pretty easy dirt to go through. It wasn't too messy. It wasn't a big mess and crap load to deal with. Not a bunch of magnetics in there or heavies. So I think anybody could have a really good time going through this. You're not going to get too frustrated. But there is a lot of fine gold in there, so you need to make sure you go through it slow. Go through it a couple of times because though it's pretty easy to get the bigger stuff, that fine gold is going to run away from you. So make sure you use a catch basin or a pan or something underneath your pan and pan through it a couple of times. Overall, though, the dirt was pretty sweet, pretty easy to go through, and not a big hassle. So good stuff there. A little bit of organics in there, but nothing too mind-blowing or anything. So not bad at all. Now, let's talk about the gold. I kind of already talked about it a little bit, but here it is. A bunch of nice sized flakes in there. No nuggets or anything like that, but there is definitely a whole bunch of fine flour gold in there. And because there's so much flour gold in there, I wound up having to get a bunch of black sands along with it. So at some point, I'm probably going to have to classify the bigger gold from the fine gold and then put that in my fine gold pile and figure out someday how to get it out of all that black sand. But for now, it'll sit right here in this little vial that they were so kind to include. And yeah, let's go over. Let me go ahead and put up the numbers for you guys. I paid $50 for the bag. There was also $5 shipping on there. $55 was the total to get it to my door. I found 0.366 of a gram of gold. That has a day of shipment value or day of order value of $61.14. Gold has kind of taken a huge drop in price since I ordered this. So I didn't want to give the seller, I didn't want to knock them for today's price. But even at today's price, this is still a great bag. But $61.14 is what we found. And that is going to be an ROI of 122%. Now, if you factor in the shipping, that's still 111%, which is exactly what this bag is promising you. But, you know, I don't charge them for the shipping, or I don't knock them for the shipping, though it is part of the deal. As far as the bag goes, boom, 122%. Freaking awesome. I gotta say, great bag of dirt. Had a good time going through it. Man, when I looked up the price of gold today, I was really, really disappointed. But that's not on the seller. That is what it is, you know. But even with that, the gold I recovered, awesome, and I'm really happy with what I found there. It is exactly what it is advertised at. It's supposed to only be 110%, but 111, 122, however you want to factor that in. Either way is solid as hell. So, I think pretty much everything is sold out on their website right now. But keep checking back. I'll still leave a link down below for you guys because you should definitely go check this one out. Motherload Prospecting. This was the $50 from the Go Away Mine. Oh, that's not the GOA Mine. It's the Go Away Mine. Go away. The Go Away. Awesome. Check it out. Keep an eye on their page. And pick something up when you see it. That's really all I got for you. It's awesome dirt, and I think you'll have a great time going through it. Have a lot of fun going through it, and you're going to love the gold you get. And they include a little vial, so whatever you find, you have somewhere to store. If you don't already have a vial, that is a very, very important thing. People don't realize it until they're sitting there and like, okay, now what do I do with my gold? you need a vial. So it's awesome that they include one. So if you forgot to buy yourself one, they got you covered. It's only a little one, and if you're really going to be big in this hobby, you're probably going to want something a little bit better, a little bit bigger anyways. But it's a great start and a great way to start. So go check them out. They got some other bags there too that will help you fill these little vials up. So go see what they got. Motherload Prospecting, LLC. Motherloadprospecting.com. Peep it. Otherwise, that's all I got for you. This is Dig Daddy. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're new here and you had a good time. Think about becoming a subscriber. You don't want to miss the next time. And you don't want to miss out on Monday nights BSing in the shed, where we all hang out and BS. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think we really need to go into it, but it's Monday night, 5 p.m. PST. Join us. Otherwise, that's all. Now that's all I got for you. Go check out my website, buy some stuff, and I'll catch you next time. This is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I will catch you in the backyard. Peace. Are you guys still here? Hey, show's over. But if you want more content, click over here for more paydirt reviews, over here for more gear reviews, and don't forget to click here to subscribe.